You were down 4-6 late in the second half. You held them without a field goal for like 6.5 minutes. Did the defensive intensity pick up a little bit?
Well, it was a great game. I mean, our defense has been our staple all year long. I mean, that's one thing we've focused on right now is, you know, everybody thinks we're an offensive team, but the thing we preach the most is defense, defensive rebounding. And our kids have really responded to that. You know, that's been our I think our building block and why we've had success. But you know, Marshall played terrific tonight. I thought it was a typical rivalry, grind-out basketball game here tonight. It just kind of went our way down the stretch.
Coach, what were the emotions of a game where you played against so many guys that you coached against so many guys that played for you?
Well, there's always emotions. You know, I love those kids regardless of what people believe, and I recruited those guys and got great respect for them. And those guys are going to win a lot of basketball games. Tom's done a terrific job with that team, and you know, me and Tom spoke many times throughout the season, and I got a lot of respect for what's happening. But it's always emotions. I mean, anytime you've coached against people, just like when I coached against Billy, there's no sweet feeling even sitting here right now and winning against kids that you coached and recruited. That's always a tough thing to do.
Coach, talk about protecting home court and starting out the conference on the right foot.
Well, you know, it's always important. You got to make sure you do win at home because the road is hard, and even home is hard. When you get into conference play, you can throw everything out, especially when you get teams that are both very talented. You can just look across college basketball and see the parity that there is, and it's going to be in this league as well. You're going to see Marshall competing up there at the top every night against teams in this league.
Second half, 7-minute mark, 12 to 7-minute mark. There were five or six possessions there. Marcus took it himself.
Sure.
Is that something you call out, or does he just notice and do it with his basketball?
That's something we do. You know, we play 4-minute games. We play 4 or 5 different 4-minute games every day, and that's the last 4 minutes of the game. We work on getting stops. We work on running certain plays, putting the ball in certain people's hands, and you know, tonight Marshall did a great job taking away a lot of stuff. So somebody had to make a play for us, and he was the guy that was either to finish it, to get fouled, or to make the right pass. And when it comes down to these kind of games, you got to have a guy do that.
Coach, a couple times this year you guys got, and tonight again, you guys got to a slow start. Are you worried about the way your teams are starting games?
No, not really. Give credit to Marshall. They come out and played at a really high level, and you know, it was tied at halftime. And I think people think because you start out 13-0, you got to come out and just put it on people. It's about how you finish. And I thought our guys didn't come out; they didn't play good offensively. We just didn't score. Defensively, I thought we played pretty good. But I think, you know, we held them 2 for 17 from the 3-point line in the game, which was important. But I thought we just couldn't get an offensive flow. Anytime there's a lot of emotions in the game, like this one, offensively you usually struggle. So I told them to put our focus on defense. Offense will eventually come to you. Stop pressing and trying to do too much, and just let it come.
Is that what you think happened with Keith? Because Keith got off to a slow start.
Yeah, Keith's just going to get the flow. I mean, they were doing a good job in the paint with him and being physical and walling him, and he's got to be able to play through that. And Keith is a finesse guy who's got to get a couple things to get him going confidence-wise. And he gets his confidence rattled sometimes. And as I told him there in the timeout, took him out just to rest him a couple times and get him back in there and say, hey, go play. You're playing too tight. Just go play.
You outscored him 26-16 after the technicals were called. Was that kind of a turning point there? It seemed your team kind of took it to the next level there, where you kind of responded after that.
Well, I think, you know, it's going back and forth right there, and I think anytime you can get an emotional swing like that, it's always in your favor. But we were able to get stops. Our defense won for us tonight, and you know, this team was averaging 75 points a game, and we held them 58 tonight. And thought we did a good job. They were getting to the line 32 times, and you know, tonight they got their 17. So I thought that was important as well. We held them 2 for 17 from the 3-point line.
Coach, you blocked 11 more shots. I think you're 4th in the country in block shots. How much of a key is that for you, kind of erasing mistakes, blocking shots at the rim?
I think it's important. I mean, you look at Tom Herzog tonight, you know, you look at the stat line, and you don't think he had a very good night, but he had 9 rebounds, he had 4 blocks, he had 1 point, but he changed a bunch of them in there. And they were spacing us out and isolating us, and we had to guard a bunch of pick and rolls tonight. And it was some very good players who are drivers. And you know, you got Demir Pitts, who just come off scoring 25, and DeAndre Kane, who was leading them in scoring. Together, those guys had 10 points, and they were a focal point to stop tonight. So, you know, give our guys credit for really doing a good job there.
Can you talk about the atmosphere at third largest crowd in history tonight?
Yeah, really impressive. Students not even in school right now. We must have had 800 or 1,000 of them, and still came out tonight. It's unbelievable. You know, I said from day one, this could be one of the most impressive college basketball atmospheres in the country. And you know, right now is a great time to get behind our program, and we just appreciate appreciate the support from all the fans here.
Go on the road now. You go to Houston, two places you know you're going to be a target with the ranking. Talk about going on the road here for the next 2 games.
Yeah, it's, obviously we will enjoy this victory tonight, but anytime you go on the road and play, it's very difficult. Houston went to the NCAA tournament last year. You got a team that's got a new coach who returns a lot of those players, who's a terrific coach. So we're going to have to get prepared. We got to realize that we got that target on our back now when we go on the road. So we're in different waters than this program's been before because we're ranked, and we just got to realize that people are going to play at a different level night in and night out when we play.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.